Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media. And it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. Hey folks. I am trying to push to get to 500, not this year, but sometime in the near future. I'd like to see 200 before the beginning of the year. But help me out there if you don't mind. There comes a point where people have to wonder what some police departments are thinking. Mount Vernon, New York has a police department that came under investigation for some of the dumbest reasons for a nation that has civil rights protections we do. They decided that they can just arrest people and then strip search as many people as they can. It has to make one wonder what they were thinking, other than just the fact that there should have been someone saying they were violating both the state and federal constitutions. The Department of Justice were approached to investigate, so this is not speculation. These cops, who should have had a base knowledge of what they were allowed to do, violated people in two ways that should make most people sick. People wonder why I was willing to cover these stories, and it is the fact that no small government person wants a police state. That was what Mount Vernon became, and it ain't pretty. So, if you want to go investigate on your own and want some of the where I got some of my information, it's all on my Substack, link down below. So here via the initial DOJ December 2021 press release, this is why they started their investigation. Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark of the Justice Department Civil Rights Division and U.S. Attorney Damian Williams for the Southern District of New York announced today that the Justice Department has opened a pattern or practice investigation into the Mount Vernon Police Department. The investigation will assess whether the MVPD engages in a pattern or practice of discriminatory policing. The investigation will also assess MVPD's use of force, strip, and body cavity searches, and how it handles evidence. The department will conduct a comprehensive review of MVPD's system of accountability, including complaint intake, investigation, review, disposition, and discipline. SDNY and the Civil Rights Division will also reach out to community groups and members of the public to learn about their experiences with the MVPD. Prior to the announcement, department officials informed Mount Vernon Mayor Sean Patterson-Howard, MVPD Chief Marcel Olifers, City Council President Marcus A. Griffith, Commissioner of Public Safety Glenn Scott, and Corporation Counsel Brian Johnson of the investigation. An effective and accountable police department is a hallmark of a healthy and well-functioning democracy, said Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark. The Civil Rights Division is committed to ensuring law enforcement agencies across our country use their authority in a manner that is constitutional, transparent, and free from discriminations. Okay, and from a December 2024 release, here's what they found. Following comprehensive investigation, the Justice Department announced today that the Mount Vernon, New York Police Department engages in a pattern or practice of conduct that deprives people of rights secured by the U.S. Constitution and federal law. Specifically, the Justice Department finds that MVPD uses excessive force in numerous ways, including unnecessarily escalating minor encounters and by overusing tasers and closed-fist strikes, particularly against individuals who have already been taken to the ground and are controlled by many officers or are already fully or partially restrained. Conducted unlawful strip searches and body cavity searches of individuals until at least 2023 and makes arrests without probable cause. The department also identified several serious concerns of the MVPD's practices regarding vehicle stops and evidence collection, as well as serious concerns that MVPD practices may result in discriminatory policing, deficiencies in police policies, training, supervision, and accountability systems contribute to MVPD's unlawful practices. Our investigation into the Mount Vernon Police Department reveals a pattern and practice of unlawful conduct that can can and must be addressed, said Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark of the Justice Department Civil Rights Division. While officials have undertaken preliminary actions to address some areas of concern, the city and police department must institute comprehensive measures that will fully and finally bring an end to the unconstitutional practices. It will require commitment and hard work by the leadership of the city and police department. Um, our investigation has found reasonable cause to believe the MVPD engages in a pattern or practice of conduct that violates the constitutional rights of citizens it has sworn to protect. This was from Damian Williams, U.S. Attorney for Southern District of New York. Systematic deficiencies we identified have resulted in a pattern of MPPD officers using excessive force, making illegal arrests, and for many years regularly conducting unlawful strip searches and body cavity searches. Why would you want to do body cavity searches? Ugh. Sorry. We are encouraged by the recent steps of the City of Mount Vernon and MVPD have taken that evince a commitment to constitutional policing, and we're looking forward to continued cooperation. They opened this up. Lots more information is involved in this, so you can go to my Substack down below if you want to read more, get to the link, read more, that kind of stuff. Okay, and here via News 12 New York is what the city response was. The report findings concluded that the Mount Vernon Police Department engages in a pattern of practices that conduct the depraves. That's actually what 12 New York said. People of their constitutional and federal rights. We realize that we have deficiencies that we have to correct. We are in the process of doing that. We've been doing it, said Mount Vernon Police Department Chief Marcel Olivers. During the conference, speakers reiterated and reinforced Mount Vernon's dedication to improving its police policies. Well, I mean, they're depraving people of their constitutional and federal rights. Sorry. Mount Vernon Mayor Sean Patterson-Howard says her administration has been committed to reform as early as March 2020. Upon entering office in 2020, our administration identified over 50 unprocessed complaints and inherited a whistleblower case, said the mayor. During the press conference, she went on to say, while we acknowledge all the findings, we also lift up some of the things that we have already seen and started to correct. Some reforms included a revision of over 18 policies to ensure constitutional policing and enhance community safety. Civil rights attorney William Wagstaff III, the city's special counsel, reinforced Mayor Patterson-Howard's comment, saying the claim that there has been no accountability is categorically false. This is okay. So, folks, this was a bastion of liberal Democrat New York, so it shows why people voted for Republicans this year. Now, I've had some pushback when I said that I believe that police officers need to have a 4-year degree in criminal justice. Well, guess what? Perhaps if these folks had a lot more training, somebody would have stepped up and gone, no, I am not going to try to pull, I'm not going to search certain areas of the person's body. They would have understood what due process was before they arrested somebody, and most likely would have gone, no, I am not strip searching somebody for something that they shouldn't be strip searched for. I understand that there is a need on a rare occasion to strip search somebody. No, you do not do it all the time. Really, why would you do that? Folks, you can't have small government if you have police forces that are like this right here. I am glad that when the new mayor was elected, that she stepped up. I am also glad that the chief of police, the new one from the sounds of it, stepped up. But seriously, what in the world was everybody thinking when they were doing this? You need more training, more education. And it sounds like the previous police chief needed that just as much as the officers that worked for him. Yes, this is why I keep going on about a 4-year degree for police officers. I know that some of these degrees are not worth the paper they're written on, but some of them are. We need to fix these kinds of places. You can't have government accountability when the people that you are supposed to rely on aren't accountable. But this has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day and bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.